Hey planner friends, it's Mandy from My Unique Plans. And today I'm going to talk about how the Happy Planner has really helped me not only plan trips, but then also do some memory keeping and have those memories all in one place to go back and look at. So I've done a little Franken planning. This is the cover off of a big Happy Notes, but I really liked the Make Every Day Count. And then inside I've got the guts from the True Story Big Happy Memory Keeper. So the way that we're using this is to go through and really map out places we want to go. One of the things that my husband and I are trying to do more of is take little short trips, long weekends, 3-4 days, and really try to get away more and experience more instead of just doing 1 or 2 week-and-a-half long trips where we're in one city and that's it. So I started by printing out a copy of United States map, and as we complete everything we want to do in a state, we'll actually color it in here. And what we did was I sat down and figured out what states were close enough that we could easily hop in the car and drive for a long weekend. And I'm going to start with showing you Indiana because that's the first one that we did. So the first thing I did was go online and send away for a copy of the Indiana Tourism Guide. And I took that and made a list of, whoops, that's not Indiana. Well, Indiana is missing right now. This is Kentucky, but I went through and made a list of the different regions and the different cities and towns that had things that we'd like to do or see. And then I went back to the map and circled all of those towns. So as we're planning our trips, you know, if we decide, hey, you know what, next weekend, let's hop in the car and let's go to Jasper, then we can look at our route and say, okay, well, if we're going to Jasper, it makes sense that we stop here and we stop here, and then we can do Jasper and then maybe head down this way and loop back up. So it just shows us everything that's in the area. I then went through, and the tourism maps are always color-coded. So I put the regions on here using colorful boxes and my Papermate flares in the same color that the tourism guide used. Then I went through and listed out all the cities that were in that region. So as you can see in the West region, there's not a whole lot that we want to do, but in the East region, there's a lot of different cities that we'd like to go to. One thing that I did do, the East region on the tourism map was yellow, but the yellow wasn't showing up real well for writing, so I did change it over and I put the yellow box, but I wrote in brown. And then you'll notice over here on the South region, you see this random strip of washi. What I'm doing as we get away for a weekend and visit a city and knock out everything we want to do, we cover it up with washi here, so we'll know when everything here is a nice, beautiful washi banner, we've completed the South region or the Southeast region. And trying a little bit to even color coordinate. This washi's polka dot, so it had the orange and the green and the pink and the blue and the purple, and thought it would look really good filling up the page. So the way we're using this is as we visit a city where the daily pages would normally be, I use some washi and block it out, and that's where we put what we did in that city. So I put the month and year, the city that we went, and then the different things we did. This was our weekend in Evansville, Indiana, so we went and toured the USS LST 325, which is a World War II landing ship tank. We went to the Wright's Home Museum, and we went to the Tropicana Casino. So let me show you how I set this page up. You wouldn't know it from looking at it, but this is actually the monthly overview. So if I flip to Kentucky, all I did was sit down with a pencil and a ruler and measured out how many lines I wanted to fit in each one of the rows, or columns, excuse me. And then I took the ruler and I drew all the lines in pencil. And the reason I drew them as pencil is I actually did this part in advance, so I didn't know exactly how many lines in each region. And if we flick back to Indiana, you will see that where I didn't need all the lines because I did it in pencil, I can actually erase them. So at the end of each standard month in the big memory planners, there's these pages that talk about, you know, this one says loved it, favorite moments this month, captured, what we celebrated. Once we get all done with Indiana, we'll sit down, we'll look through our memory keeping pages, and we'll actually fill this out, not necessarily for a month. I'll use some of those wonderful colorful boxes and changed it a little bit, but we will make this page all about our favorite things that we did. So that's how I am using this standard big happy planner to not only plan our weekend getaway trips, but also to memory keep those trips. So hope this has given you some ideas on a different way that you can use a big happy planner. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button below. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel, and happy planning, everyone.